Okay, with this knowledge, I think our Varian will turn to the group and goes, okay, I think we should look for Talk first. He might know stuff about if any of our stuff was fenced. And Irvil's the smuggler. She might know stuff about if people were smuggling magical / expeditionary texts, or where people might have gotten black stripe bullets. But like I said, she's a competitive little bitch and might just turn us in. So. What do you guys think?
I think this is a miss.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So, what's on our priority list?
Probably the first time we agreed as a group.
We need to
You have
find
to
out about
find-
the black stripe bullets. We need to find information on...
Marion, where the fuck he is.
We should also find information on the person that we were maybe trying to protect, or anything anyone knows about his death.
Oh, Aravil's a smuggler. She might help us get the autopsy report.
I feel like maybe... You keep saying to go to TikTok, but isn't he the one that you saw last? Like, Marius said he hadn't seen him in a while. So...
So you should look for him, maybe. But like you said, he's a Kenku, so...
Yes, it's the easiest to follow up leads that we can get to quicker, and then
Right,
deal with
let's-
the other ones after.
Let's look for TikTok then. TikTok usually.
Usually he's around the closer to the labor district, but still in the warehouse district, so it would be around here.
Let's go that way.
Blue. And this is the location of where everything went bad.
Yay. Beautiful. It's the bad
Okay.
touch box.
Well,
Oh, you are heading towards TikTok's place?
Your yeet?
Yep.
uh-huh.
Well, you wander the streets. Nothing out of the ordinary as far as you can tell. The larger alleyway leading to TikTok's place is emptier than usual. And as you come up to the place where you'd find your familiar fence, the door appears to be locked. There is no light inside.
Gonna knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and there is no response.
Pick the lock.
Straight to the lockpicking, okay. Okay.
Is there
Roll for
windows?
Sleight of hand.
I guess we're gonna build a half circle around him so no one can see him do it.
Yeah, that's way less suspicious.
Yes, of course. And we're whistling while we're doing that.
Yeah.
Worse. So that's... You hear me?
Could you repeat it?
15.
Okay. That is with proficiency because of thieves' tools. Yeah. Well, you fiddle with the lock for a moment, and after a few seconds, you hear the familiar click of success.
Stands up and sees him like in a house where he's like, what are you doing? Rolls his eyes and goes inside.
You step into the dark store. Most of the things here are just for show. None of these are actually real wares. The few swords in the corner are mostly dull. Since the store is mostly just a front for the wares that he really peddles, it's unsurprising to find it in this state. However, it seems exactly like the last time you saw it. It doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary.
Assuming he's not in the room.
No.
Baron will call out for him like, hey, tick tick tock, you in here?
No response.
Sixth floor. Just like the first room, or are there more rooms?
Well, you know that there's a back room and a basement.
Into the back room first.
In the back room, you see a modest bed and writing table, all of which are obscured by the darkness in the room. And you see a metal hatch that would lead to the basement.
Is there anything on the writing desk, like notes?
Why don't you give me an investigation roll?
Oh.
Okay. Well, seeing as you know, a Kenko can't really use language, unsurprisingly, you only find a few writs of merit, which appear to be some sort of token given out by the guild. Probably the ones you're holding in your hand are forgeries he made at some time or another.
Anything like off in the room?
Not as far as you can tell.
Right, let's go to the basement.
The basement is firmly locked.
Pick the lock.
The thief finally has thieves' tools.
Yeah, I'm standing in front of him again and just whistling.
As you go to
Don't
pick
need
the
to do
lock,
that, Chris.
Oh.
you you notice that the metal door doesn't have a lock.
What the fuck?
Let's search the room for some kind of mechanism.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna, because it's dark in here, I'm gonna, let me see if I have anything for this.
We have dark vision.
I have dark vision, but not everyone does.
I have dark vision.
Okay, I have a torch. I'm gonna light that up.
Yeah.
And just so everyone can kind of see now.
Varian know if like Tick Tick Tock might have had like ways to leave indications of anything or like secretive or anything. Really badly worded.
Well, if there was, if he left without wanting to leave, you would assume he'd leave marks of some form, like scratches or something similar.
There aren't any.
No, not as far as you can see.
Okay, hidden mechanisms. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, and I've lit the room up so we can see better.
Well, please, everyone, give me an investigation roll.
For fuck's sake!
I got that's a 4 or a 3.
Yeah, I got a 9 again. I've got so.
I've got a natural 1.
We have 2 natural ones, it seems.
Okay, what did you get?
I'm checking my investigation. Oh, I got a 1.
Yeah, what you got?
I mean, I have +3, but it's still just a 4.
I have -2.
Well,
Please.
you pull a couple of books out of the shelves, most of which seem to be copies of other books. You rummage around in the drawers, you pull away the rug in front of the bed, but none of you seem to find anything regarding a mechanism of sorts.
Arian looks to Cress.
Maybe we just beat it open.
I heard you're good at kicking doors.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a gentler solution?
I don't know. I think I should kick it.
I mean, kicking is basically the gentle version if you compare it to other stuff you can do.
A magical solution?
Oh, you mean like opening the door in some magical way?
I
Very
have
good.
music. I don't have magic, but I have music. I can try it.
You can do that thing where you open the chest. Why don't you
Yes.
try and open the door?
I did that in the ruins
Yes,
before.
Open the door.
Okay, I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna play the melody to open the lock.
Anyone else echoing?
Yeah, I think it's Sinead.
Is it?
That's fine.
Sinead is our echo.
So yeah, I'm gonna play the good old knock song.
And would you like to sing? No, I'm kidding. Yeah. As the melody fills the room, suddenly the heavyset iron trapdoor blasts open with a loud bang.
Which can be heard 300 feet away, so it's loud.
Very loud.
Oh, that was really loud.
And I don't think anybody closed the door.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry that it always does that. I don't
That
know
is
why.
pretty cool.
Okay, let's get down there quickly and get out because that was really loud.
Right.
Maybe someone wants to look the door just in case to warn the
I'll
others.
go close the door for a start.
Going down into the basement.
I'm gonna go close the door and then come back.
To enter.
I'm just gonna stay up here and keep an eye on everything.
I'm gonna go down as well once I've closed the door.
I'll
You
go
enter
down.
the cold stone basement, and I assume you took the torch with you?
Sure.
Raising the torch, you see all manner of wares, swords, a lot of paintings, and numerous chests filled with documents.
Yes.
This is probably where most of his goods are.
Arian turns to the people behind him and goes, "Don't touch shit that ain't yours.
I'm going to search those documents though.
You're not touching anything until we see if we find him."
Can't I touch like one thing?
No.
I touch a sword.
I want to put my hand on a wall.
Please give me a dexterity roll, Rakesh.
What? Oh no! Magic sword!
Told you not to
Magic
touch
sword!
it. You had to be.
Magic swords! It's fine. 19. That's a 20.
Well, as you touch the sword, it gives off a faint hum, but quickly enough,
Oh,
you pull away your hand before
it's
anything
magic.
happens.
That was cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I know, right? I love magic weapons.
You don't have to touch anything. Stop.
But it's so cool.
I
Remember,
really
this
want to
is
touch
my
it again.
reputation on the line too. Kay thinks this is only my future in my entire life.
If my books are here, I'm taking them back.
That's fair.
Let's just let them know that we're onto them. For him first.
Okay.
Let's look for the Kenku.
There at all? I'm guessing he's not.
Well, no.
Is there any sign that he was taken forcefully from this place?
Give me an investigation roll.
I'd like to also look for any sign of that.
Really,
give it a shot.
you bitch.
My investigation's really
Uh,
bad.
What
Okay,
the
yeah, that's an
fuck?
18 for me.
You can see that some of the dust that has settled down here has been disturbed as if someone walked past here.
Okay.
But you don't really see more than that. Doesn't look like there's been a struggle at least.
Hmm.
Anything like misorganized from how he would have kept it?
Well, on the back of that room, you see that one of the walls is suspiciously empty.
Look at that.
Me another investigation roll.
Of this skill.
I love this skill, it's my best one.
You're the worst. That's an 11.
You feel a faint breeze from that door, and you assume that it's some sort of either emergency escape or just a path for the wares to go.
Aaron's gonna go look at the documents, but he's not gonna touch them just to see like what's there, like what
I'm
type
gonna
of
touch the
document.
documents. I'm
No.
going through them.
You see
Jeff tries to
a
touch the
couple
document.
of
Literally going to like grab his hand and be like, "What the fuck did I just say?"
No, let me go through them.
And he's gonna pry his hand away and go through them.
you see a
No.
couple of verifications of the worth of a house or a certain object. You see a couple of passes of the Iron Republic that would, grant you passage. Some of them are unfinished. It seems that these documents are mostly forgeries or copies of other documents.
I don't remember
Boring.
the exact order those were in.
No, it's fine. Do I remember the exact order they were in?
No.
You
Okay.
are the worst. You
I'm
would
just-
die in this life.
Fine.
You would die immediately.
Okay, whatever you say. I don't need this life. I am not part of your.
Sir, I'm so smart. Going around touching
Yes.
everything and fucking it all up. They're gonna know that we're here now. If anyone knew what those looked like, I don't know, the fence who organizes that shit every day, they're gonna know someone went through that and that someone was here.
You know it's forgeries, right?
Of course they're forgeries. Where do you think
So,
we
like-
are?
So like why are you so stressed? It's just the only person who's going to see it is probably the person that isn't here. And hasn't been here for the last few days, so
Fine, whatever. You're right. Let's just go look behind that door.
Okay.
Look at the door or the wall or whatever the fuck it is.
Yay.
Well, you stand in front of the door, and it seems like, to most of you, just like a brick wall.
where's the door?
Really don't get this whole secretive thing, do you?
I mean, I assume
And
it's in the
Marian'll
wall.
open the door wall.
Okay.
Door sound was greatly timed.
I know, right?
It really was. I thought that was better for a minute. I was like, damn.
That was
Those sound effects. Awesome.
Suddenly, hear
He
a
actually
door
opened the door.
opening and a bell ringing above.
Like just a ding-a-ling-a-ling?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm there the whole time to keep watch.
Are you in the back room or in the front?
I was there where the counter usually would be.
Well, you see someone in front of the door, opening the door.
I'm gonna duck behind the counter.
We're fucked.
Was that the bell?
Shh.
Was that the bell?
Iron's gonna.
Hello? Compass
That-
guard?
Oh fuck.
No answer.
Mr. Tick Tick Tock, was it?
He's gonna sneak towards the ladder.
Do I?
You hear him whisper something outside, Cress.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to sneak down to the others.
Well,
It's Jet.
you
It's Jet down here with us.
gently
Where's
open the
Bo?
back door. Please give me
Okay, good.
please give me a sneak roll.
Sneaky,
Stealth
sneaky,
roll.
sneaky.
Sneak roll.
What is stealth? Let me see. Let me see.
Give
There
me
you
a
go.
stealth. Do
Okay.
me a stealth, please.
Come on, bitch.
Do him a stealth.
Plus 4. That's okay. That's
Give him
16.
a stealth. Yes. Well, you gently open the door to the back room the moment the guard's head is turned around, whispering to the outside, and you swiftly close it after you. On your way down, do you close the iron hatch or do you leave it open?
Yes.
Yes.
The iron hatch slams shut. You try to, try it as quietly as possible, but there is an unmistakable click as it shuts completely. And above you, you can hear footsteps approaching the counter.
I'm gonna search for the others. I'm gonna follow the light.
Go ahead,
The
fast.
door.
You can
Just
see the rest of them stand in front of the empty wall.
Varian gestures towards the wall. He's like, "We need to go now."
I'm gonna tell them guards upstairs. I closed the doors.
Secret and exit here. We can go.
We're gonna like usher them through. He's like, "Come on."
Okay.
We're going through the wall door.
Okay, well, you're all in front of the wall door.
It's just printed on the wall. There's no door there at all. Would be funny.
Is
I
I mean, it
openable?
looks like a part of the wall. Do you push or what do you try?
That's the most likely. Probably a push, right?
Well, give me a strength roll if you push.
I'll try more.
I swear if I have to kick another door open.
Well, you hear creaking as you push, but the door itself doesn't seem to want to move.
Oh,
Doesn't have any kind of handle or knob or whatever.
Varian's seen
That's
doors
nice.
like this before, or does he know about them?
Well, you assume that the door may be magical in nature or have some sort of specialized key to open.
Use knock. They're gonna know where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Have you searched for a key down here?
No, we should do that.
Let's search for like a mechanism or a key. Everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Investigation rolls, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess everyone who wants to search for
Oh.
something that could be a key.
Fucking hell.
Bro. That's another 9.
That's a 6.
Why do I keep getting 3?
I'm way better at sneaking
I
than
got a
investigating.
10.
Well, Varian, you rifle through one of the boxes close to that wall. You find a couple of things: a rusty old clock, sort of a hand clock, and also a few pieces of unwritten paper. Nothing remarkable. A few ink pots.
The clock.
Tick, tick, tock.
Yeah, take the clock. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but
Well, the clock in your hands is unwound. It is not currently
can I
working.
check in the gears?
Please
Or, like,
give me a sleight of hand check for that.
Hey, I'm slightly better at this. That was a shit. I tried to throw that
You jinxed it.
even.
Well, the gears are pretty fine in the air. You are a little nervous. You don't quite manage to figure out how to, rewind the clock, the gear inside the clock. So it ticks
I know.
once more.
Baron will tell the others, be like, there might be something in this. Someone.
Oh. Anybody good at getting small things out of shit?
I have claws, but I fear I'll destroy it.
Bo?
You
There,
hear
I didn't
banging on
roll.
the metal
Oh shit,
hatch.
Bo? Can you do it?
The odds that if I smash the clock, the key will break.
Freya is currently muted.
Oh.
Are you here?
I'm still here. I'm just feeding my cat.
Okay. Okay.
You good at sleight of hand?
Not. Yeah. I'm.
Try it.
Yeah,
Try it. Just try.
It's okay.
Try. Please.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Even a god.
Hey, out of
I think
hand.
I have +3. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it takes some fiddling, but you manage to rewind the clock, and the clock starts ticking
Okay.
very quietly. You hear
Does the door
banging
do-
again on the metal hatch.
Door do anything?
Not that you can tell.
Right. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna detect magic.
Well, you do detect magic all around the room from a couple of objects, few of the swords, one of the paintings, which seems very odd, and especially coming from the wall you are standing in front of.
It's magical.
Oh shit.
Oh god, this again.
So, it's not going to be a key, is it? I'm gonna go to the painting.
Okay.
Can I see what kind of magic it is from the painting?
It smells a little foul.
Okay. Can I... Is the painting on a wall?
No, it's just leaning against the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna pick it up and just look behind it and shit.
You see nothing behind the painting except a few empty boxes and
Okay.
a spider web. Spider
Ugh.
built its home
I'm
on.
putting it back.
Yeah.
Okay, other magic items. I'm assuming one of them was the sword.
Okay. Second backup plan. This is Varen talking. If this doesn't work, press. You will use your music to unlock the door, and I will distract the guards while the rest of you all get out.
We might have a solution yet.
The
I'm
clock
making-
ticks louder.
Oh. Is there any magic coming off the clock?
You don't detect any magic coming off the clock.
Okay. Is there any magic? So it's just the big one's the door, right?
Yes.
Anything
Okay.
else notable that has a magic aura?
Well, nothing that resonates very strongly.
Varian, try knocking on the wall or wherever where there might be a draft to the rhythm of the clock. I'm not gonna do anything. This is
Sure.
fucking
Give me what kind of dexterity
Knocking
check, I
check.
guess. Well, what kind of check is that?
It's just
Sanity
knocking, isn't
check,
it? Isn't
it's
it a
not
check?
hard.
It's just knocking.
It's just it's just knocking. Just give me a 1d20. You immediately hurt your hand on the rough rock wall.
What kind of magic is coming from the rock
Fucking
wall?
damn it.
Well, it seems to be more of a responsive magic.
Okay.
It's because you fucking touched the
Can
sword.
give me a roll on intelligence.
See what kind of magic it is. Do not fuck you. 9.
Oh no.
Well, it's definitely magic that's supposed to respond to something, but it can't really
Okay.
tell any more than that.
I'm gonna do something funny because she has never done that before. She's starting to hum a very, very nice melody, a playful melody, but very quietly, so that at the door they cannot hear that. And all of you can see all of a sudden this spectral hand floating through the air, and you can see it go through the little door there where the guards are, and it's going to go up the counter in the room there because it has 30 feet range, and it's going to make some noise up there, throw something off the counter.
Immediately, you hear footsteps moving and quick movement. There's voices muffled
I
through
know
the
you
floor.
keep saying you're not magical, but that looked pretty magical to me.
The type of
She was closing her eyes while she's saying that, so she doesn't know that there actually was a hand. I don't know what you mean.
I saw a magic hand and magic.
You're pretty magical.
Maybe you
my
can
God.
see. Maybe you can see the music now.
No, I
Clicking
can literally
from the
detect
clock.
We can
magic.
argue about this later. We have to get the fuck out of this room.
Okay. Well, how are we going to get out?
Exhausted all of our other options.
The ticking from the clock stopped.
My dogs. Fucking hell.
Hi, Mickey.
The ticking of the clock stops, and now they start barking. Totally
They
understandable.
love dogs.
All of a sudden, dogs attack you. Okay.
Going
Is
mental.
there anything in the back of the clock now? Has anything changed on the clock?
No,
Anything changed in the room?
no.
Okay. I can't think of anything else we could do.
Is this how I kill my party?
Right, okay.
They just
He looks at Rakesh and he's like, or not Rakesh, excuse me, Chris. He's like, I know my plan was bad, but I think it's the only chance we have.
Okay, wait a second. 1 second.
Yeah, it's like I distracted the guards, so we have time right now. They won't be able to come in easily here anyway, I guess.
I'm gonna put my hand on the wall where the magic's coming from.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna use frostbite on the wall.
Okay.
I just want to see if it'll react to magic, pretty much.
Okay, give me a roll for your frostbite.
I know there's something really
I don't
obvious in
think
the room
it's
that
a
all of
con
us are
save.
Oh, the stone wall does not, succeed in the Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
Off of your hand, a thin layer of frost starts to cover the wall. But
I know
the
that there's
magic
something in that room that
wall
all of us
does
are
not
missing.
What about the painting? Did you actually look at the painting? What's on there?
Would Very know what Tick might use as like
Well,
a code
you
or
can
something?
give me an intelligence roll.
I suck at that. Ah, this is how we all die. That's 18.
Well, seeing as Tick is a Kenku, it has to be something that is easily repeated. Doesn't have to be a phrase, as that would require a person to tell him that phrase if he ever needed to leave.
It has to be the clock pattern. Or something like that.
So just tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Shit.
Do we know about the painting? Did Rakash tell us that it's magical or whatever?
No, he just went over and
Okay.
picked it up and then put it back down.
Okay, what's on the painting? Is there, I don't know, a Kenku on there or?
There's a picture of a pretty but pale woman.
Okay.
What's her name?
Just
Did
a
Very
human
know?
or?
There's no tag or name on the painting. And you don't recognize the face. The eyes, however, seem to follow you everywhere you go.
Oh, ho, ho.
Paintings do. We love that. Yeah, it's a magical painting. That's what it does.
Variant says tick tock out loud. Does anything happen?
Well, do you make the noise or do you say tick tock?
Both. He tries both. Noises.
Well, give me a give me a perception check.
That's 18.
When you say tick tock, nothing happens, but as you try and imitate the noise from the clock, you notice a small rumble that immediately stops after you.
You need to keep doing it, Varian. Keep doing
Okay,
it.
Varian will keep making the noises.
Okay, give me another roll.
Fucking clock, man. Sure, it's been a fucking while, right? Hasn't it? About to say, yeah, you better. What was
You-
that roll?
Can't quite perception,
Oh,
but I
that's...
can already tell that that is not enough. You can't. You try to keep the exact noise of the clock, but being human and not being infallible, you kind of vary a little bit here and there, and even though there's the occasional rumbling, it quickly stops as you make mistakes.
Let's make the noise.
I'll try. I'm gonna try.
And I want to touch the eyes of the pale lady.
By the way, I've been
You just touched the eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
Creepy!
Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no! No!
Nice.
I know what.
That's awesome.
Oh, fuck.
All of the paintings now suddenly seem to look at you. And
my
Rakesh, give me a perception roll.
That's a 14.
Well, you managed to keep the ticking long enough for the door to slightly move inside, like indent from the rest of the wall. However, you too make a mistake, and after the rumbling stops, the door slides back into the wall.
Oh, you do well. Just keep it on. keep it up, and at some point it's gonna open.
Or so.
Oh, and by the way, the paintings are all watching us now.
You should not touch
Oh.
things in here.
Try to make
As the rest of you look around the paintings, they look like they looked before.
Are they all magical now?
No.
Okay.
It's just crazy. Gonna make the noises, or does it have to be other people?
I'm gonna let you make an intelligence roll.
Stop making me make intelligence rolls. That's not my character's job.
Well, because one thing you haven't tried yet is
Not yet.
winding up the clock and holding it actually too close to the wall.
What do you think?
We thought it was loud enough.
What do you think he was doing, holding the clock across the? I should have. You know what? That's on me. I should have told you.
I mean, I thought you just held it in your hand and just
Very
wind
like
it up.
fucking thrust the clock while he's like holding it right next to it.
Okay. After a couple of seconds of rumbling, the door starts sliding open.
This is so much easier.
So by the way, I have like an hour and a half left. Just letting you know. Great. Now the door's open. Varian like points. He's like, "Let's go."
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
He's bringing the clock with him to the other side, so the guards can't open the door.
Well, behind you, the door slowly slides back into place. In front of you is a very, very long stone hallway.
Oh god.
Oh, let's go. Also, TikTok's gonna be pissed. I stole his key. It's fine. I'll
Give it back. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll be whatever.
We're just lending it.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
We're going down the hallway.
Okay, you
I
well,
still have
you,
detect magic up for 10 minutes. So
you go down the stone hallway until close to the end. You are met with another stone slab wall.
Turn the clock back on.
As the ticking fills the hallway, nothing happens.
Sigh.
is the door magical?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna push it.
Please give me a strength roll.
It's another like weird door wall, right?
Yeah, that's a 14.
Yeah, slowly but surely you push open the stone slab, which appears to be hanging on metal hinges. It swings to the side, and you find yourself in what appears to be either a cistern or the sewers of Compass.
Oh
Hmm.
boy.
Oh, gross.
Back here. Well, not in the city, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Relax, it'll be fine. Well, that was a big fail. I don't even know where to start looking for her.
You mentioned your smuggler friend, right?
Yep.
Are there any signs around here that something has happened or that TikTok has been abducted or whatever? Or someone tried to get in here by force?
No, you can pretty clearly see that
Okay.
most of this was pretty much undisturbed until you came along.
The guards looking for him. Did they just notice it?
I mean, maybe they were just looking for the loud knock that's coming from this shop.
Yeah, you're right. Erebel. Where would Varian be able to find Erebel?
You know a few hangouts she might be at, but well, if she's on a mission, it might be hard to find her. You could, however, look for her near the Twilight Market, the Shadow Market, or near the northern dockyards, which are the secondary docks of Compass, which are definitely less traveled.
Let's start with the Twilight Market.
You have to get out of the sewers first.
Varian's been in these sewers often enough. Let's hope I roll high enough that he can get us out. Yep.
Well, you wander for a bit, but sure enough, you find a ladder leading out of the sewers. A few minutes of walking away, you manage to return to the surface. You are standing in one of the side alleys of the commerce market.
Right, we should go back to the Shadow Market, look for Arabelle.
Right.
Who knows, maybe she'll be in a good mood and I'll be able to convince her to help us.
It's now early evening.
Best time for criminal activity. Let's go.
Secret ingredient, crime.
Yes.
Rude, I'm being stereotyped.
Be gay, do crime.
Varian's actual motto. No character description. Be gay, do crime.
Let's
Oh
go.
yes. Let's go to the Shadow Market.
Back to the Shadow Market.
Okay. As you enter the district that is commonly known as the Shadow Market, you can quickly tell why. As the sun is slowly setting, this entire district is in the shadow of the inner wall, which means that evening comes here quicker than anywhere else in the city.
Nice.
Many of the street lamps are already lit, but a lot of people are already moving into taverns and such.
Arabelle, or
Come again?
Varian's looking for Arabelle, or like people who work with her that you might be able to follow to where she is.
She might be in one of the taverns, you'd assume.
Alright, I'll
If
go
she's
check
anywhere
those.
around.
We're gonna need to find a place to stay for the night at some point anyway, I guess.
I'm gonna be keeping my eye out for fucking bitch face while we walk. See,
Me
I know
too.
she won't be here, but I want her to be, so I'm gonna keep my eye out.
Well, please give me a perception roll. Everyone who's looking for someone.
Yeah, yeet.
And
Yay.
in response to Cress is like, we'll need somewhere to sleep. Varian's like, we could always go back to my safe house.
We won't go back to ours. That would be stupid.
That's a 21.
I got a 7.
I got a 2.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Oh, lag.
Well, the question is, who's Crest looking for?
Lag. Lag, 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 lag.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Hello, hello.
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 Test
Hello.
1, 2, 3.
I think it's
Everyone
I
here.
think it's the we're good. Ah.
Okay.
But yeah, Beggar, I'm just looking for my sister, just because I always do
Okay.
that.
You don't see any other lizard folk in this tavern.
Okay.
Um,
Did you hear
who
a
was the 17? That was Rakesh, I think.
Hello. If you said anything, I just missed it.
Were you the 17?
Yeah, I was a 17.
Yeah, okay. Well, you don't see Geneva anywhere
Yeah.
in this tavern. And, well, Varian, as you look around, your eyes meet those of Aravels, whose smile, instantly upon seeing you, turns into a frown.
That's rough, buddy.
Kind of casually, just is she like sitting at a table or a counter or something?
Well, she appears to be playing cards with a couple of people.
Oh hell! Closer to an empty table or closer to an empty seat at the bar?
She's pretty far back in the tavern, so pretty far away from the bar.
Sit at the closest empty table and just wait.
Is there like a small stage or something like that?
And an eye on her.
Not really. You could probably jump on one of the tables if you really wanted to.
I'll jump on my table.
Of course, I want to. I want to start some cool music to raise the mood.
Jump on one of the tables and almost accidentally knock over someone's drink. You hear a loud "Hey!" but it doesn't seem to bother you as you start strumming away. Please give me a roll for performance.
We were saying we didn't want to attract any unnecessary attention, yet here she is.
It's an 18.
Oh boy.
Well, you play quite exquisitely, and half the tavern are turning towards you and singing, humming along to your melodies.
I'm gonna play the typical chanties from the sea and stuff like that, so everyone can sing along.
As the people playing cards also turn around.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor?
Listen to your
Early in the morning.
I love it.
Aravel very, very annoyedly slams her hands on the table, puts her cards into the middle of the table, takes her coin, and sits down next to Varian. Very obviously annoyed. What?
Need your help.
You're not even supposed to be here.
You unless I had to. We'll find a way to make it worth your while. I'll do a job you want. I'll pay you.
She crosses her arms,
But you
obviously weighing the offer in her mind. What do you need?
We got set up by someone at Three Hawk. I'm wondering if you know anything about it.
Likely story.
Yeah, likely story, because it's true. Do you know anything about it?
No, I haven't been looking.
Know where, oh fuck, I forgot his name. Who's our handler?
Marion.
Marion. How could you forget his name? Wow.
I'm distracted by
I'm kidding.
everything else.
Yeah, Omarion was the name.
Yeah, like, do you know where Omarion is? Have you heard where he might be?
I thought he left with you guys.
Oh. Do you know where Tick-Tick-Tock is?
I think he left on a personal errand a few days ago.
Is he safe?
Something about family, I don't know. Didn't really care.
Do you know anything about... You heard anything about stuff going through the market? Red dust, books by obscure authors about I took notes on this. What is it? About
Demons and expeditions to the Foglands.
and expeditions by the Iron Republic. Did any of it come through?
Don't really care about what books are on the market. It's not my it's not my style, and you know that. I go for the good stuff, not some weird dusty books.
Can we hear any of this?
Well, that depends if you are close to the table or not.
Or close to
hanging
Chris.
I would be hanging out as close to this conversation as I could without being intrusive. Like, without
Are you
being
trying
obvious.
to seem like you don't belong, or are you trying to just
I'm just
stand by
chilling.
it?
I'm just
Only with
standing,
cash.
chilling. Yeah.
So you are trying to pretend that you are not with Varian.
Not pretend I'm not with Varian, just
Okay.
not look like I'm trying to butt into the
Eavesdrop.
conversation. Yeah.
Well, Errol shoots you a couple of sideways glances, but other than that, doesn't say anything.
Can
But
we
you do
hear?
hear everything
Okay.
that she has said to Varian.
We're
After
not interested
she...
in books, black stripe bullets. If any of them come through.
Haven't heard anything about bullets, but the red dust is everywhere. You'll have no trouble finding that.
Who's distributing it?
Don't know. Someone from somewhere west. That's all I know.
I'm gonna...
Know anything useful to clearing my name, maybe?
Well, let's see, Baron. I haven't really looked.
What would it take for you to look?
No? Payment, maybe?
What you want?
She leans back in her seat. A very sly smile creeping across her face. Well, there's one thing you could give me. There's a man in the prison, and I would be paid a handsome fee to get him out.
Okay. Who is he?
Some pirate or other. His old crew, I think, is probably paying for him.
Oh, God.
How? Okay. Help you get him out.
Okay, what information do you want in return?
Anything you can find on O'Marion's location, the botched job. Is there any way you could get the autopsy report of the people we were supposed to escort? Anything that proves that we didn't do it. So, O'Marion's location.
Well, there's a couple of ways to approach that. I can look into O'Marion and the autopsy, I suppose. Yeah.
And if you find anything on black stripe bullets, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of that, but sure. Keep my ears open. By the way, this pirate's execution is in 3 days, so preferably before that.
Do you want me to get him out?
Well, I'll definitely hear about if he's gone from the tower, so I suppose if you bring him to the old slave market, and wait there for me, I'll probably hear about it, and I'll be there waiting.
This pirate's name?
That pirate's name is Black Tarak.
Okay, we're good.
wait, what name were you expecting?
Some name we've heard before.
How heavily guarded is this pirate?
I don't know. I haven't been there yet.
Any
I was
information-
originally planning to, not to do that job. It's kind of dangerous. But if you're offering...
Rakesh is visibly shaking his head and looking at Serenity.
Is there any kind of plan in place for this, or am I on my own?
I mean, you can always ask around the guardhouse if they, You have a few loose coins, I'm sure. There's something you could shake loose.
Oh. I'll get him out. And you'll look for what I asked for?
Of course. Deal's a deal.
Alright. We're set then.
He smiles at you widely.
My bunny is over the ocean. My bunny is over the sea. But everyone claps.
If Variable doesn't say anything else, Varian's gonna get up and leave the tavern
Okay.
and just stand outside outside the tavern and just sigh deeply and rub his eyes tiredly.
Did he go outside the tavern?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Varian.
gonna follow
leaving the
him
tavern.
out.
Oh, thank you.
Cress, yeah.
I'm gonna finish this
A
song.
couple of them.
I'm gonna finish this song first before I'm gonna follow them. And I'm gonna take a bow to everyone. And
Bo was
Hey,
listening to Cress and clapped
Aw.
about her.
And I'm
couple
gonna.
of coins.
I'll take those.
By your direction.
I'm gonna catch
You
them like a
find in
cat.
total 12 silver coins and 3
Nice.
gold coins.
Nice. 3 gold and 12 silver. Okay. And then I'm gonna jump off the table gracefully, and yeah, I'm gonna follow.
That was
Okay.
great.
You are
Thank you.
outside as the cold air around you pushes in from the open. It's a little colder.
And just looking at the sky for a minute. Like he
The stars are slowly coming out as the day turns into night.
It is big nighttime. So, what's the plan?
and is I break someone out of prison and we get information.
We are.
Wait, what? What are we doing now?
Maybe we should find another contact before you decide to break someone out of prison.
We only have 3 days.
How many days do you need to break someone out of prison?
More than one.
Mm.
I have to spend all of tomorrow planning and getting information and talking to people. Then probably the next night casing the prison or dragging up whatever and getting the plan there. And then the next day it's whatever that is. Or if I choose to go to get myself arrested and break myself and them out, then that's going to take an extra bit.
You realize, right? How many days do we have till the actual trial?
DM.
Marius hasn't said.
He said,
Very
yeah,
much,
he
yeah.
said it's gonna. I think he said something like, if he's able to do it as far away as possible, it would be around in like 3 or 4 days or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So Sandai's basically a lost cause.
Well, you would have no idea how to look for her.
Yeah. I don't think we have much choice.
So just so that I'm not out here. What did you say about breaking someone out of prison?
If you're gonna protest, you don't need to know.
You do have, in theory, the option of looking into all of those information you're looking for yourselves as well.
Yeah.
Oh, but where do we start with that? We've already talked to people we would know. Non-criminal people that might know anything.
The only person that I properly know is Geneva, so I don't know anyone, and she is somewhere. I wouldn't know. Would I know how to find her? Nope.
No, you wouldn't.
Yep, that's what I thought.
But, you know, going about finding out who the victim was, essentially, of that fateful night. I mean, you could go to the residence. You could look for the guard. Maybe the quarter of law.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's definitely places you could go and ask and
Know
from
how well guarded the place that keeps
general.
the autopsy report would be.
Well, depends. If it's just, a street thug, it's probably very easy to just ask what happened. Since this is more of an important
report.
person, there might be notes in the archive that could be hard to get to, or just asking for information in the morgue that did the autopsy, maybe not.
Okay, so it's pretty late. Probably not going to be a lot of people out tonight. We go back, going probably back to my hideout, and then tomorrow morning we start early. We'll hit maybe the morgue. Maybe we can bribe some guards to tell us what they might know. The morgue, see if we can find out anything. If it's not too heavily guarded, maybe I can just steal the autopsy report. And if shit hits the fan, I'm breaking someone out of prison.
I would prefer not breaking anyone out of prison. I can always turn into a guard or something if we need information.
I was wondering when someone would mention that you have a literal shape changer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? There's a lot going on. We're just
Yeah, I know. At this point, I would also suggest you return to the safe house, you lay down to rest, and I think at this point, maybe we leave off for the night, as I'm sure you have a lot of things to think about.
Mhm.
Aside from the morgue, OOC, you can also try and go back to that residence and look for clues there.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I don't have time. Okay, cool.
good session, I think. Finally in Compass. What do? Okay.
I'm scared.
Why? What?
Do you care to elaborate?
I'm scared.
Okay.
Nice
That's,
elaboration. Glad we cleared that up. Very specific. I
Okay.
completely understand now.
Saved. Well, at least got out of the